All right, what is up, guys? By the end of this video, so in the next, maybe it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know how long it's going to be, you will know how to make a viral trading educational video that will not just get views, but will also get you sales on your education. Moral sales from people who actually will change their lives with what you teach. Okay. Now, if you don't know who I am, me and my business partner Andy have been growing trading creators and their products since December 2023, and we've generated close to $1 million in revenue for our clients. We have clients with millions of followers, people you've heard of, people you might have learnt from. Okay. Um, to name a few, I mean, Keyflow down here, Dodgy. We took him from 43k MRR to 103k MRR in, I believe, 4 or 5 months, from 43k to 103k. So I'm going to show you how to not just get views, but also get views that get you sales. So starting from the very beginning, okay, and now as traders, you know that the work that actually makes you money and the work that actually has an impact can sometimes be boring. Journaling, backtesting, the things most people don't want to do. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the work that actually makes a difference in targeting the right kind of person. Because if you get views, like we have a client called Shinobi, he gets a lot of views and he's very well known. But because his content is angled at beginners, he makes 10 times less than someone like Dodgy with 20k followers. Like actually, we have the numbers, you know what I mean? And so Dodgy's educational content that's targeting more advanced people who are actually invested in becoming profitable trader, this produces more sales because it proves to them that he can help them and attracts more of them, right? So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So first thing you got to do is, let me just clean this up. Let me get rid of this. So first thing you got to do is define who is going to buy your product. And that is not beginners. The person who's going to pay for educational trading content is someone who watches educational content and someone who has tied their success as an individual to becoming profitable. And maybe they have goals like retiring their family from trading. You see what I mean? So what you first want to do is define their problems. So one example is they keep blowing accounts. They can't get funded and they aren't profitable. Maybe they haven't yet found a strategy, that works for them. And maybe they, maybe they keep making... You guys are traders. You're going to know your ideal customer better than me, okay? Like, I understand the trading ICP pretty well, but people who are actually traders will have a better understanding, right? Our team are traders. I'm actually the only one on our team that hasn't traded. And so I'm going to give you some examples of problems that these people might have, but you shouldn't make content about, okay? So people who aren't profitable might have problems with risk management. They might have problems with not journaling. They might have problems with not backtesting. They might have mindset problems. Okay, these things here, everyone talks about them. They're not sexy and no one wants to hear about it because it's not, you basically this stuff here, you can make content around these problems that is instantly applicable. And yeah, you could say, journaling is instantly applicable, focusing on risk management, and these changes are instantly applicable, but they won't produce instantly applicable results, really. In the mind of a viewer, they don't see that as an instantly applicable result. Whereas these things here, like if you give them technical advice on their that's what people want to see, and it does help them, I believe. And so you want to focus on problems where you can provide instant results for the viewer, and their return on spending the time watching your content is more valuable than the 60 seconds they spent. Does that make sense? So you want to list their problems, you want to list their dream outcomes, and then when you list solutions, now you have video ideas. Infinite video ideas. Okay? Absolutely infinite. And having all of this on paper, okay, is going to give you ways to structure hooks. So um, use this strategy to never blow an account again. Or if you use this strategy, you'll never blow an account again, and I'm about to show it to you in 60 seconds. Now, what you've done is you've promised a clear payoff in the hook, okay? And I won't go into all of this stuff here because it doesn't matter. We used to think it mattered, like, all the little tricks to retain viewers, like, visual, like animations and B-roll. We used to think it mattered, but it doesn't. It actually attracts the wrong person. You just want your content, if you're trying to sell education, to be basically completely raw educational content that you want to repel brain rot viewers, and you want to repel beginners, because the right type of person will sense when a video is aimed at a beginner, and they will make the connection. This isn't for me. This isn't what I want. You want your content to be for educational viewers, because those people will buy educational content. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's the first thing. Write down who you're talking to on a piece of paper, and that will give you video ideas that will produce sales. Okay? Now, by the way, guys, if you want to study this a bit more, we've got a free resources section here with a bunch of PDFs and more videos. Like on our YouTube channel, we have a bunch of more videos and stuff like this. But what's next? Okay, so we have a student who I had a one-on-one call with him, just like 30-minute call. And what happened after that call is incredible. So let me show you. So he was getting these kind of views here, and he was doing about 5K a month with his Discord. And this is the date that we had the call. It was like the 20th of July. And you can see the next video he posted got 270K views, because he went from this boring style that wasn't really educational, and it was just sort of aimed at beginners, this live trading stuff with the P&L on the screen. It's not very educational. It sort of just drives up viewers' beliefs that day trading can work. Whereas this video here played on the problem that people have of, whatever problem this guy is solving right here, not trading market structure shifts correctly, and taught them something and provided value. And this educational, you can see how there's no editing on it. Okay, so what I'm trying to get across to you is you don't need an editor, you don't need flashy visuals. You just need to structure your language and structures in the right way. So that's what I'm going to get into now. So all you need is this hook, retain, reward structure. Okay, so you need to promise a clear payoff. So a mistake a lot of people make in their hook is they try to talk really quick. This is how to get funded in under 30 days. This is how to get funded $1 million in under 30 days. Like, you need it to be clear. You don't need it to be as quick as possible. It does have to be a balance. You can't have a 15-second hook. But what I found that clearer hooks that might be 7 seconds do better than 2-second hooks, which don't promise a clear payoff. So, for example, if I say this strategy got me funded $1 million, that doesn't promise as clear of a payoff as something like, if we go to key flow trades, I will show you a really good example. So
I made $3,472 this morning in less than 15 minutes. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it.
That promises a clear payoff. He's going to show you how he did it. Whereas do you see what I mean? You have to be really clear with your language. It doesn't necessarily have to be really quick. And this is a really strong, compelling. To be honest, with the numbers and in 9 minutes. Do you know what I mean? That really plays the value equation well. If you don't know what the value equation is, this is used in copywriting, sales, the way you structure offers, but it can also be, it's important to use this in your hooks as well. So value, this is value broken down. So it's the person's dream outcome times their perceived likelihood of achieving it through your solution, how long it will take to achieve it, and how much effort they have to put into achieving it. And this is a very good value proposition, this video, because he's going to give you the exact strategy he used to achieve your dream outcome in very little time. And all you have to do is spend 60 seconds watching this video, and you can copy exactly what he did, and it's repeatable. So that follows the value equation very well. Okay. So by now you've learned how to set up a hook, how to decide what video to make. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to retain viewers and how to actually get views from hooking that viewer. Okay. So the basics of it are: average view duration is one of two most important determining factors in how many views the algorithm gives your video. This is a graph showing the correlation between high average view duration and how many views the video gets. So this is YouTube Shorts, and this is probably taken from entertainment content, but the concept remains, okay? The longer you retain a viewer, the more views the algorithm will give you. So how do we do that? So we compress value, and another way that we do that is we re-hook viewers and follow the hook retain reward structure up here within your sentences. So if you do this, you can achieve 1 million views. Or let me think of an example. So you can say like, if you see this candle done in this certain way, or if you see this candle printed like this at 9:45 in the morning, what it means is, and by the way, guys, I've only ever seen this happen 5 times in my entire life, and I made $1 million every time I did it. What that candle means is price is about to skyrocket. That sentence there was structured in the hook retain reward structure, because what I did is I promised a payoff of the sentence with, if you see this, it means you're going to make a bunch of money, then retained with not as useful information, but I've hooked them now. And now, after I've hooked them and I've promised a payoff from listening, I want to just extract time from them so that the algorithm gives me views. And this is a common strategy. And then you give the reward after you've sort of delayed the payoff of what you promised. Does that make sense? I've got a PDF in this Discord server here, and I will leave a link to this Discord server in the description. But this TJR's manipulation of the algorithms document goes through the way that TJR structures his videos is very, very, very smart. So I'll go through this example with you live.
This is a really easy way that you guys can find a trade setup. I look super burnt right now, but it's because I'm logged in.
So you see how he promised this is a really easy way to find a trade setup, and then said, I look really burnt right now, or some useless shit. That's retaining viewers and increasing the average view duration of the video.
Super burnt right now, but it's because I'm logged in. I've been trading incredibly well for the past, I want to say like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, so now he's providing proof that they should listen to them, while also sort of upping the AVD. So this video could have been a 15-second video if it was pure information. And don't just say random bullshit, okay? Like, provide value in humor and proof, and talking about their dream outcome.
And I haven't been taking many trades, but when I do, I've been hitting like a mofo. And this is something that I've been doing recently that has helped me, 1, find more trades, and 2, has just been...
So another way you want to provide value in pattern interrupts, because it's going to refocus people and draw their attention back into what you're saying.
And consistent over these past couple months. And that is, if you know...
Yeah, so he's promised that payoff, and it's like 20 seconds into the video before he's really getting into it.
And identify a draw of liquidity that you are looking for the overall bias to play out, and you know price is going to draw towards there, and like your overall plan is to wait for that liquidity to get swept and then a move to come off of that, you can still find trades that go either up or down towards that draw on liquidity, because you know that liquidity wants to be taken out in order for your...
See, like, I'm just listening because he hasn't fully made his point yet. He's promised a really strong payoff, and then he's provided proof that if you listen and get this payoff, it will work. And now he's elaborating and educating, and this follows the hook retain reward structure very well in a way that also increases average view duration. It's not literally just this is how to get funded, and then you tell them how to get funded, like in 5 seconds. I don't know. Hopefully you see what I'm getting at, but you should probably read this entire PDF. I'll leave a link in the description to our free Discord. Just join this, go through this PDF. It goes through a few examples a little bit more in depth. It was a lot more front of mind for me when I wrote this, so these explanations will be better than I can do on this video. Right now, the problems we're trying to solve for our clients are not views. All of our clients have views. We only really partner with people with, who we can get a return for, which is people with traffic. So we're focused more on increasing conversions and stuff right now. So hopefully now you understand. You do. That's all the info you need. And by the way, you don't need an editor. Don't go out and get an editor. But all you need to do is sit down on a chart. Like, I wouldn't recommend copying TJR's format or Shinobi's format. I would recommend copying this super raw educational chart content, because this is going to produce the most sales, and we've proven this with numbers with our clients. And just make this educational. Look, promise a strong payoff. Promise not a strong payoff, a clear payoff. Make it clear what the viewer will get from it. This is the simplest strategy I've ever used. This exact strategy caught the entire daily range. Use this exact strategy to finally become profitable. So you literally just say, like, use this to achieve your dream result. Do you know? It's that simple. Or you like solve a problem for the viewer and make it clear that by the end of the video they will have solved the problem they're struggling with. So stop trading without a bias. Stop using fair value gaps incorrectly. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So identify their problems. In here, where are we? Here. Identify their problems, identify their dream outcomes, and then identify solutions you can give them, and then identify your social proof. And structure your videos in a way where it promises their dream outcome or promises a solution to their problem. Promise at the start, provide proof that you can solve that for them, build up to actually solving it for them, and then by the end of the video, it should have solved it for them, and now you have views, okay? Forget editing, forget visuals, forget music, forget animations. All you need to do is provide value to people who will buy your product, and then it builds trust and goodwill with them. And then if you offer them the next step, so a free PDF, they'll give you their email, and then you can email them free trial pitches. If you want to learn more about the conversion side of things, just watch some free videos on this YouTube, or we have a $99 a month coaching community that you will find in the link in the description, where you can steal all the systems that we use to get our clients to 103K MRR, triple MRR consistently. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.